everyone, welcome for the first video tutorial for mobile applications. So for this video, we are going to introduce the software development environments and the step that allow us to run the first applications. So go ahead and open up Android Studio here in your computer. So right now I am using Macintosh for software development platform. If you are using PC with the Windows, that's going to be the same scenario and step. Okay, so the first time when you open this up, after you have installed all the required software components, the next step is just to start the new Flutter project. So click over here and then select the Flutter application as your target and then select next. Now this is important because you have to name your new projects. I'm going to name it as my app number 2 because I have app number 1 already written. And the second step is to provide the Flutter SDK part. Okay, the Flutter SDK part is the part that you install your software component for the Flutter. And I think in my case, I have it here in the dev, right, in this directory here. So what I can do is I can copy this folder directly here, and then I can go back to my Android Studio here and then paste it right here with Flutter. Okay, and the important thing is you're gonna have to hit enter so that this button appear. So click enter here, and as you can see now that this one appear, and it's going to save this project under this directly. So I have it in my desktop locations. And for the description of the projects, you can put anything as you like. Now click next, and normally for the package of your application should be unique, and normally you start with the word com followed by the name of the companies and the name of your applications. Now in my case also, I do not use Android X artifact right now, so I uncheck it and I leave everything as is. Then click finish. So this one is going to create a new folder called my app2, and inside here is going to have the directory structure that would be needed for your first applications. Now, during the time that we are waiting for this application to pop up, let me go over this structure a little bit. So in this case, as you can see, we have a lib folder. This is the folder that we put the source code right there, and the system automatically create one file for us called main.dust. Okay, we are going to work with this. It also have what we call the folder test, and we are not using test folder for the time being. So if I were you, I can just go ahead and delete it. Okay, so I'm going to delete it here. Either delete it from here or delete it from this directory from here. Okay, so let me do it now. So click on it and then select delete from it. Okay, now say yes over here. Alright, so we are going to run the application right here. So in order to start your applications, as you can see that right now, I open my simulator alongside. If you are using PCs with the Windows system, you can turn on Android Studio virtual device. In my case, I am running on the Macintosh. I could either run Android or iOS simulator. Okay, so now the one that you see right here is the iPhone SE simulator, and you can always change the simulator type by going to the menu simulator here, and then you can select the device as you like. Okay, we are going to talk about that selection later on. Now the first thing I want to do is I can go over this button and then click over here so that the system will start building up the application for us, and the result will be shown in this area. Now it's gonna take a couple minutes for doing this for the first time. So during the time that we are waiting for this, so allow me to come back to the discussion of directory structure here. So in addition to the lib folder that contain the main dust that we need to work with, another file that is very important also is called pubspec.yaml. So this is the file that allows us to add dependency. So as you can see right now that we have some dependency available already. Now the dependency is basically could be things like extra libraries that allow us to add more functionality to the applications. Okay, so we are going to learn how to add this together. It also contains the part that you can specify the asset location of your image file, okay, or the files that you want to work in your applications. So we're gonna come back and visit this again whenever we need to, okay? And also there is two more folder that we call platform specific folder. One is called iOS and the other one is called Android. Now, when you work with specific feature like Google Map or things like camera notifications, we have to go ahead and go into this directly and do some setup. Okay, so in this case, this folder has allowed us to separate the platform indication for custom setup, and we are going to talk about this later on as well. Okay, so as you can see now that after some time, in my computer it takes about like a minute to build up this application, and the first application allow you to click over the button and it show the structure of the applications. As you can see now, if you go back and visit main.dust, it contains so many artifacts that you need to learn. So I think it's better to start from a ground up. Okay, so in the next video tutorial, we are going to come back and then visit the way how can we start from scratch. And thank you for watching.